Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have prepared a little something all about matcha in skincare, including the topical benefits of applying matcha in your skincare. So we're going to start with a little bit of biochemistry. Polyphenols are naturally derived chemicals found in fruits, nuts, vegetables, and plants. There are 3 types of polyphenols: stilbenes, lignans, and flavonoids, and each type has antioxidant properties. Flavonoids can be further subdivided into 6 subclasses, one of them being flavonols. So the way that this all ties into matcha and green tea is that green tea polyphenols are flavonols called catechins. The most abundant catechin found in green tea and matcha is EGCG, which has pretty amazing effects on the skin. There are 2 ways to harness the power of EGCGs: oral consumption and topical application. I want to keep this video focused on topical application because that's like the spirit of skincare. But if you want to know more about the oral consumption benefits, I will put some information in the info box down below for you to go read. And also the studies that I found and read through that I will also link down below have all the specifics that you need to know. But in short, EGCGs can help mitigate the ultraviolet radiation damage that is done to the skin. That means that EGCGs are anti-aging. Of course, the most important anti-aging measures that we can personally take are preventative measures like wearing sunscreen and staying out of the sun. But there's stuff that can happen, like you forget to wear sunscreen, or your sunscreen rubs off, or it wears off as time goes on and you forget to reapply it. That's why it's really important to introduce antioxidants like EGCGs into your skincare routine. It keeps the skin healthy, and also antioxidants can help work in conjunction with your sunscreen to help protect your skin from damage. So when we go out to the sun without any protection, reactive oxidative species can cause serious damage to our skin. Green tea polyphenols can help curb these harmful effects because their chemical structures can decrease free radical damage done to cellular structures in our skin. There are several in vitro studies that show that green tea polyphenols can help decrease the effects of reactive oxidative species in the skin. I just want to say that in vitro studies in general are a great starting point, but they should not be definitive end-all be-all studies that show that yes or no this thing works or not, because in vitro studies are done in vitro, and so it's hard to tell if the same effects will be documented in actual living, breathing human beings. However, fortunately, there are several in vivo human studies that were done that show the same results. And if you're wondering why matcha and not green tea is awesome and has all the catechins that you need, but matcha has 137 times the number of EGCGs that green tea does. So if you're gonna go for a powerhouse ingredient, matcha is the one. So this video is done in collaboration with the Matcha Reserve, which is a great matcha company that sells really high quality matcha and accessories. So I personally am new to matcha and I have been loving it. It is such a great ingredient to use in your lattes. I personally drink a matcha latte almost every day. I make it myself at home, and it's great because it's something small I can do for myself throughout the day, like in the morning or when I come home from work, that just kind of boosts my energy and makes me feel good about myself. I am not a huge caffeine drinker in the sense that coffee makes me really jittery and really anxious. I can do black tea is fine for me, but coffee itself just makes me really jittery and anxious, and I hate the way it makes me feel. I found that matcha gives me the same amount of energy that coffee does, but without the like really jittery, nervous feeling. So actually the matcha that I've been using in my lattes is the vanilla matcha from the Matcha Reserve. It has a slight sweetness to it, which I like because I don't like adding honey or sugar or anything to my matcha lattes. I like to keep it simple. So the fact that this comes already sweetened with a little bit of vanilla is really nice to me because it just cuts out one more step that I have to do in my matcha routine. It's really easy to make matcha lattes. But the way that I personally do it is that I add a teaspoon of matcha into a small glass bowl, and then I use my bamboo whisk, also from the Matcha Reserve. Really high quality, is super cute. I use the matcha whisk to break up any lumps that might be in the matcha. And then what I do is I add a tablespoon of pre-boiling hot water to my glass bowl that has the matcha in it, and then I just whisk away. Whisking it, you're dissolving all the matcha and getting it nice and frothy so that when you add your hot milk later, it dissolves really nicely. There are no lumps or clumps in it, and everything just tastes really wonderful. Now, I am lactose intolerant, so I don't drink milk. Instead, I use oat milk or almond milk or coconut milk. Matcha has tons of benefits to your body in addition to just being good for your skin. Like I said earlier, I will list all of the benefits of oral consumption of matcha down below in the info box for you to go check out. I don't miss coffee at all now that I've started drinking matcha. Something else that I really like doing with matcha is do some DIY masking. For my DIY mask, I use the Matcha Reserve's Ultra Premium Ceremonial Organic Matcha. This stuff is just the same as the vanilla matcha, but this is unflavored. It doesn't have any sweetener to it, which I prefer because I want to have just good, original, like unflavored matcha on my skin. So what I do for this is I actually use this matcha in conjunction with honey, raw honey. Honey has amazing benefits to the skin, like being a humectant and being antibacterial, so it's great for acne, it's great for healthy skin, it's great for all types of skin. So what I do is I get a bowl and I put a certain amount of honey that I would normally use to cover my entire face. Doesn't have to be a lot, usually it's just a teaspoon because a little bit goes a long way with honey because it spreads so nicely as the product warms up on your skin. Then what I do is I add a little bit of matcha, and then what happens is that as I stir it all together, and the color of it changes to this beautiful deep green that is just so stunning. And I know that visual effects shouldn't be that important in skincare because ultimately what matters is the ingredients that you put in your skincare. But let's be real, like it's really fun to put on like this dark green gorgeous mask on your skin. So then what I do is I cleanse my skin, and once my skin is clean and dry, I will apply the matcha honey mask to my skin and I leave it on for as long as I want. What's great about this mask is that it's perfect for all skin types. If you have dry skin, you will really love this. If you have oily skin, you'll love it. If you have acne prone skin, your skin will love it too. It's perfect for every skin type, and so that's why I'm recommending it to you guys, because it's just a really fun self-care thing that you can do to take care of your skin. Matcha is also a great ingredient to look for in leave-on skincare, like moisturizer or something. I can't think of any moisturizers that have matcha in them off the top of my head, but if you do know any moisturizers that have matcha, please list them down below in the comments because I would love to hear all about it. There are some great cleansers that I know that have matcha in them, but in general, matcha is just a great ingredient to include in your skincare and also a great thing to ingest. The awesome thing about matcha is that you can use matcha for so many different things. You can make matcha lattes, you can make a matcha mask, you can put matcha in your cookies to make matcha cookies, you can put them in macaroons, you can do tons of things. I personally have made matcha macaroons and they were so good. All you do is you add the matcha to the buttercream filling and also to the almond flour dough, and it turned out so good. It didn't change the texture at all. So just a suggestion, stuff you can do with matcha. The possibilities are limitless. So that's my spiel all about matcha. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this that are focused on chemistry-based skincare, on specific skincare ingredients, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful week and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.